Us, everybody. I'm going to try and give you the Q phenomenon, or what's happening online, in 10 minutes flat. First of all, the first thing that you need to know or understand, Agenda 21 is now Agenda 2030. You need to do your own research on all of this. You need to look it up and you need to absorb as much as you can. Try not to get bogged down in motive. It's not our place to worry about why or what or why they do these things. It's just, let's look at the facts. Part of your research is YouTubers that'll get you up to date, people that'll bring you up to line. If you go way back, there's so much to catch up on, it's going to be near on impossible. Links in the description, I list them down below. At Lionel Nation, a New York prosecutor who gives you an apolitical point of view. No left, no right, just judicial, prosecutorial point of view. Young man named with a webpage, YouTube site named Destroying the Illusion. Top banana, fantastical researcher. You've got to watch him. Take your time, sit back and absorb what he's trying to say to you. To get a handle on the Clinton Foundation, or the Clinton Fraud Foundation that's about to erupt, look for a guy named Charles Ortel. Again, links in the description. He's done all the backgrounds, all the research on the Clinton Fraud Foundation. I want to give some props out to a couple of Irish lads that are doing a sterling job, and there are many others in there as well. I just haven't come across it. But the top two contenders are at Orlard and the Don. See these guys. Sorry, Dave, you fucked up. Next time. QAnon has been confirmed. He's a deep throat member. He's in part of Trump's cabinet. This has been confirmed. 45 has confirmed him in various tweets. If you go back through the catalogues, if you look on 4chan or 8chan, you're looking for the calm before the storm. Or on 8chan, the storm is where he resides now. Other confirmations include Julian Assange, who has changed his blue tick, his blue verification tick check, to now a time-sand upside down. Also, WikiLeaks have also disseminated that stupid book of lies, Filth and Fury, or whatever it's called. It's been released in PDF form. Look to chapter 6 and 10 for the headline. You'll see Q, not a typographical error. They're there on purpose. So what are you going to see? You're going to see Julian Assange being pardoned either sometime this week or next week. We believe he's already in the States or he's in Switzerland, and he's being looked after there. Next of all, I predict you will probably see Huma Abedin being prosecuted and charged. Maybe her husband will roll over, Anthony Weiner, whose laptop was found, and more Clinton emails were found on the laptop. First of all, then you're going to see Hillary or them in the upper echelons of the New World Order. Yes, it exists. It has existed. And the whole filthy edifice is about to collapse. Your research. Look in and follow thread lines on Twitter. QAnon. Go to Reddit. Reddit is the calm before the storm, or the storm as it's now being updated on 8chan because the trip codes are being tripped. But you'll catch up. You'll do what's called lurking. Don't interact. Just watch. Just enjoy. Watch. Read. Try and absorb the information. Try and absorb the conversation and how these things are being translated. The storm and Q again have been verified by 45. 45 is Donald J. Trump. JA in all communications is Julian Assange. These will all be verified and brought back up. Another book for all those book addicts. If you want to read up on something, look for a author named Cathy O'Brien. She's been derided now as a conspiracy theorist, but one of her books called The Trance and various other books, you can probably get them on Amazon. They'll give you the whole background of what's been going on for the last 40 to 50 years. We are talking possibly Reagan, Bush Sr., Bush Jr., Clinton, Obama, the whole lot, tied up in this decade-long fucking corruption that we've all been party to. It's going to take ages. It's some fantastical stuff. Another recommendation is step away from your telly. I know it's very hard to do. We've all grown up in it. It's our main source of information. But get online. Step away from the telly. You're being brainwashed. I was being brainwashed. Further evidence, and this is mostly to most parents, you need to understand and you need to go on YouTube or research in your own space and time, ElsaGate. Elsa Gate has some horrible implications for young children watching YouTube and any YouTube content unattended. You need to figure out what I'm trying to say to you. You need to understand, because the concepts of what's going on are huge, fucking huge. Most of these things all lead up and are all being prosecuted. Look under Trump's executive order issued on the 21st of December. It's essentially it's financial Armageddon to the New World Order, and hopefully to the Brussels experiment. It'll bring that fucking shiny cabal of shite back down to earth. But everything is being prosecuted under human rights abuses. And that's the only way people like you and I, or normies as we're called, can absorb the sheer heinous crime of what's to do. And people that know me, people that have come talk to me for the last few weeks since since I came in contact with the Q phenomenon, it's just totally obliterated my understanding of life. I implore you, I beseech you, tip the Lionel Nation, you need to do your own research. You need to step away from the telly. You need to look at any one of these sources. Q Anon. Anon refers to anonymous. It's just a slang, it's a terminology. Anything by the storm online will give you all the information that you need. But I recommend you lurk. You just watch, you don't comment. You just watch and absorb, and you let the people and the players play out, and you follow the lists, and you will see the confirmations. Everything is being proven right. It sounds fantastical, but it's history in the making. If you can get on board sooner or later, then you can prevent Agenda 2030. This is for us in Europe. Agenda 2030 is the Brussels failed experiment trying to push on open borders and all the rest of it on. But I will draw your attention for the one things that we need to stop. Part of the old Agenda 21. It's all on the Google. Go Google it, go research it. Google 21 is now Agenda 2030. And I have a feeling it's being ramped up to Agenda 2021, which means a flooding of more migrants, a flooding of more laws against our laws. Our first priority here in Ireland is to protect the Constitution. We will have an impending either a general election first, which I pray to God will happen because we will have some upstakes. But if the referendum comes in before repeal the 8th, I, in my opinion, say no. Protect the Constitution. It's not about a woman's choice. It's not about the baby's right to life. It's about protecting the Constitution. This is what binds our family and our fabric of society together. We don't have a decent replacement for the 8th. And to take it back, as I've already said in previous videos, brings us back to 1984. How fucking scary is that of a coincidence? And as I've said before, it's unfettered, unregulated. And I would say they'll even push for post-pregnancy abortions. It's not about the right of choice. It's not about your woman's right to autonomy. It's not about the right of the baby. It supersedes that. It transcends that. It's about protecting the Constitution. We must protect the Constitution. Preserve our sovereignty in Ireland. I know this sounds fantastical, but I'm trying to squeeze it all in. Okay, a minute and a half. I'll go back and I will thoroughly recommend for anybody waiting to ease in and wanting to know how to get more information on this, look to Lionel Nation Y2K. He's on YouTube. Destroying the Illusion. He's a very young man. He's very accomplished. But the science that he brings and the understanding of Q is a very good entry-level point for most people to try and grasp the concept. Lionel will give you, as I said, an apolitical, informed decision. Charles Ortel, crowdsourcing the truth. Other great guys, they're doing all the backwork and the paperwork on the Clinton charity fraud. It's never registered it's registered once in New York back in the 80s and 90s. But it's never declared what its charitable intentions were, and it's gone above and beyond its remit of what it was originally intended for. It was originally intended as Clinton's library, just the whole books. But now it's become the Global Health Initiative, 3 or 4 different sub-branches, and none of them have been declared or checked off. This is the downfall of the New World Order, because she and the rest of them will expose. I am hoping to God that Trump takes them down. The Saudis, the Rothschilds, and George Soros. May you rot in hell, you evil fucking pygmy. That's about all of this tonight. I want to thank everybody for the previous comments and everything that's coming on again. This is a complete mind rush. I encourage you to try and catch up. At the very least, When you see Julian Assange being pardoned, or you see all the other fantastical things coming on, you're going to be looking online, what the fuck are they talking about? Look for QAnon. He's a circle of trusted friends or trusted people inside the cabinet of Trump. And these things, these sting operations have been handed down since he got in office. And all this jungle, all this diatribe from the media over there would just show you how corporatized they are, what's called Operation Mockingbird. They have been feeding us for years the line. We all knew that, we've all said that, but we've regressed into their rhetoric and we've regressed into their time frame. But the big genie out of the bottle was the internet. We're all talking, we're all communicating. As fantastical as it sounds, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy analyst. And as Lionel would say, we haven't used tin foil in years, it's all made out of aluminum. Again, thank you for your comments, thank you for your input. All the links are in the bottom, and I'll see you again soon. Peace!